Howdy, folks. I'm the Etcetera kid, and I think I'm here. Am I here? I'm here. Not only am I here, I am broadcasting live from under the bridge, as requested by Kysiltan. Thank you for that request, Kysiltan. It's going to be a great under the bridge kind of show, I think. If this is your first time watching the show, either live or on demand, this show is all about improv. Everything you see me do on screen, all the music is improvised, basically from scratch, except you guys in chat give me the sounds to use. You guys choose how fast the song is, the key it is in. I turn your usernames into drum loops and drum fills. What else? You guys come up with titles. You guys come up with venues. You guys come up with tour names. And pretty soon you're going to be coming up with a whole bunch of new stuff that I'm working on. Very excited. That's why I'm a little late again. As I add new features, I break the current features. As Dom noticed, ToBeOrNotToBot was not sharp on the greeting today. And it'd be very hard for me to explain why. It's not ToBeOrNotToBot's fault. It was my fault. But anyway, we are under the bridge. Looks like a lot of folks are already here. I can only see a short list on my screen. So if I don't say hello to you, it's because I don't see you yet. But looks like I know we have Dom here. We've got Jingle Engle just said hi. Hey, Jingle Engle. Did you have fun last night? We have Fulfill Maestro, Best Mommy, Man of Plate, Bertramel's here, Kid Charlemagne is here, Illogical Vortex, and Ship Snacks. Ship Snacks, who was traveling for the holidays, I believe. Last time we were talking to Ship Snacks, you were in the airport, correct? So I'm glad you made it safely wherever you were headed. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I got to shift from development mode into performing mode. And I've been frantically working on this thing I got excited about earlier this week. It was not on my to-do list at all. And I pushed everything aside and I started working on this project. And but as I work on it, I keep thinking of new things that are going to make it more complicated, but are necessary. I thought I was going to be live with it today, but it's going to take, it's turned into a big project. Let's just say it has to do with ToBeOrNotToBot. Anyway, let's see. Let's get started. So earlier, what I did, I broke the ability to import requests earlier today, and I frantically fixed it. Let's see if it's still working. Let's see. Oh, good. I see some requests. Oh, nervous about that. Okay. Oh, we've got a new. Oh, I think I saw in chat that it's actually not new. Does someone? Is Acoustic Fusion? Who's Acoustic Fusion? Someone in chat. So the corner of my eye saw something that is an alias of one of our regulars. Whoops! Need to get that out of your way. Get the mouse out of the way too. I probably always forget to do that. So we have, and Ariona Squire is here. We have F minor from Brucos, 101 beats a minute from Fulfill Maestro. We have drum loops from Ken Fusion and Nifty Guy. We got a full set of drum fills. You guys have been on fire with the requests. We will look at these sounds in just a moment. So let's load up our workstation. So I am a little apprehensive today because some of you guys were here yesterday. I was having these technical audio problems where one of the computers' CPU was maxing out in the middle of a song. Happened several times. And I have not been able to make the problem happen again. And it's very hard to solve a problem if you can't make it happen again. So I'm hoping for those of you who are Logic users, I increased the buffer, which I don't like to do, but I did that. So that could be a preventative. We'll see. Assuming that's the issue. Okay, so let's see. We have the Studio Brush Kit from Acoustic Solution. A nice acoustic kit there. From the Brush Kit. Oh yeah, it's the Brush Kit. I was zoning out. I love the Brush Kit. Okay, so we can initialize, import our track names, generate a bunch of drum fills. Let's get that over there. Generate our drum loops. It could have been because Jiffy wasn't here, and Jiffy is not here again today. I forgot. Jiffy's always here, but because my brother is in town, one of my brothers, Jiffy's been hanging out with him. Gets more attention, I think, than when I'm doing my show. Okay, let's see. We got our beat from Ken Fusion. Oh, I'm glad to see there's already some venue suggestions. Yeah, I didn't get that many yesterday, and a couple of them, I think there was, I get nervous about trademark stuff, and I was feeling very conservative yesterday because there were a couple that were literally venues. I think I know the person is not from this area, but they were venues within 20 miles of where I am. So I had to. But things like Madison Square Garden and Carnegie Hall are great suggestions, but I don't think I can use them. I want something made up or a thing that cannot be trademarked, like a place, a location that is not man-made, or that is man-made and is so old that it would no longer be under trademark. Anyway, Ken Fusion's beat, let's check it out raw from the generator. Okay, what are we going to do? Let's see. Let us drop those a bit. Let's drop this snare a bit. Add a double kick, lower the second kick. That snare I like. Everything else is, let's see, we're just going to add a hat there. And that's good. Keep it simple. Here we go. Ken Fusion's beat. I think I brought those hats a little too quiet on this kit. Normally that would be not too quiet, but let's bring them back. Nice. Okay, that is the Ken Fusion beat. And nifty guy beat. Let's check it out raw from the generator. Jumbo, you wrote, "You will get there one day, kid." I'm not sure what I said where I will get. To where I will get. This is a problem with chat delay, as I sometimes I don't quite understand what you guys are referring to, because for me it was way in the past. But for you guys it's the present. Okay. Just drop those a bit. Let's add a kick. And let's drop this snare just a bit. I like that snare there. Let's drop that snare a bit. We'll have a snare there, though. Drop the kick. Drop this snare just a bit. Do we want any other hi-hats? Yeah. I think I want one. Yeah, I want one there. That's it. That looks good. Nifty Guys beat. Nice. Dom says Madison Square and Carnegie in real life. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. What am I supposed to press? Oh, yes, this button right there. So we've got our kits. Let's check out our sounds. We have Liquid Vox Lead. That's from Fulfill Maestro. We have fretless electric bass from Sour Frog. Classic funk boogie bass from Kid Charlemagne. That's cool. 70s funk clav from Mana Plate. We got Mega Fat Super Atmo from Hat Machine. I just want to look. I just want to see. Is it? And then we have Sin Octave Lead from Ariona Squire. So you guys, up in this little corner up here, I don't know if you can see on the screen, it's very small where I'm moving my mouse. That's the CPU right there. And yesterday, that was maxed out over and over again. And you see, that's what it looks like when it starts getting used. So that's a pretty complicated sound, so it uses a lot of it. Whereas like, bass sound doesn't use much. But I was doing, one or two sounds that normally don't do anything, and it was just freaking out the Dom is feeling Phrygian. Yeah, maybe I'll do some Phrygian. We'll see. See how I feel once it starts. Let's see. In the meantime, oh yeah, I got distracted. Distracted myself. We are going to do a poll. You guys are going to choose which sound starts the track. It could be the liquid, it could be one of the drum loops or Liquid Vox Lead. Fretless electric bass. Classic funk boogie bass from Kid Charlemagne. 70s funk clav from Mana Plate. Mega Fat Super Atmo from Hat Machine. Or Sin Octave Lead from Ariona Esquire. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Voting. There it goes. Okay. Jumble says, I mean, if Bieber can play Madison Square Garden, so can the kid. I could totally play. I could totally fill Madison Square Garden if Justin Bieber opened for me. There are a lot of venues I could fill if I had the right opening act. I would bring, 50 people maybe. They'd bring 20,000. Okay, you guys had enough time to vote. Let's see. Let's see who you chose. The Ken Fusion drum loop. Okay, so we're starting with the Ken Fusion drum loop. Thank you to Ken Fusion again for your drum loop. And let's see. Let me go to this screen first. Oh, that's... keep forgetting. I'm going to not worry about it. I won't worry about it. My to-do list is too long. That's a minor thing. Okay, let's see. First song of the day. Keep your fingers crossed that we don't have any major technical problems like yesterday. And as always, be thinking about titles, be thinking about venues, be thinking about tour names. And if you've not yet made a request, make a request. So there was a little Phrygian for you, Dom. That was fun. That was a fun one. Thanks, everybody. Turn that off. Wow, nice drum loops from Ken Fusion and Nifty. They were a nice, subtle, sort of rhythmic bass for all that was going atop that. Great sounds. It was fun to double the melodica with the liquid vox lead. Of course, we had the funk clav. Lots of good bass sounds. Lots of good stuff there. Thanks, everybody. Okay, let's name it. Do we have titles? Yes. We do. And we had no crashes. No computer crash there. No. That was good. Keep knock on wood. Okay, let's name this baby. Okay, as always, wait to vote until my bot, till ToBeOrNotToBot lets you know it's time to vote. Let's see what we have. Didn't get very many titles this time. We got good ones, but not very many. Let's see. Acid Rain Clouds from Mana Plate. Drops of Silver from Tiny Tina's Revenge. Let's see. Tumbling Backwards from Dom Dude. Reverse Time from Mana Plate and Etceterology from Dom Dude. Those are your options. Acid Rain Clouds, Drops of Silver, Tumbling Backwards, and Reverse Time and Etceterology. The study of Etcetera. Etceterology. It is now a degree. You can now get a master's and a PhD in the study of Etceterology. Etceterologist. Votes are coming in, starting to come in. There they go. Give you guys a little more time to vote. Bertramel says, any New Year's plans? When is New Year's? It's a Sunday, right? I was going to say hanging with you guys, but I think it's a Sunday. Does anyone know? Yes. Shift Snacks asks if the request bot accepts Dom fills. Yes, it does. Or at least it did yesterday, and unless I broke it, it should be working today as well. Okay, I'm ending voting. Let's see who you guys chose. Etceterology. Nice. Thanks, Dom, for the suggestion. We began our show with Etceterology. Meanwhile, let me, it reminds me, I want to check something. Let's see. What do I want to go? Oh, yes. Just want to check. Oh, it's working. Sweet. Is today working? It is. That's good. Okay, create a new empty track for us to fill. That's not supposed to happen. Why is that happening? Hey, Giraffe Quest. Greeley asks, how do you watch your feed? Are you looking at XSplit or OBS, or do you watch yourself on Twitch? Yes to 2 of 3. There's 5 monitors in front of me. There are 2 directly in front of me that are right here that you guys can't see, that are facing me right in front of my keyboard. And one one is the screen that you guys see when I put it on screen. The other is my laptop screen, which has my checklist that walks me through the show and runs scripts and does different things. And then about 7 feet away from me are 3 screens. One very big screen, and on that big screen, I have my custom chat program, and I have OBS, so I see myself there. I try not to look at myself, though, because there's a slight delay, and it's very hard to talk if you see yourself talking but not quite lined up with what you're actually... See, I'm trying to do it, and it's messing me up. And then I have a little screen below that has me on Twitch, so I can just make sure that the stream isn't crashed or something. And then another screen to the right of that, which has is set up for multicam switching, because, well, right now I'm just switching between 2 cams, but eventually I'll have 3 or 4 total, maybe 5, and so it's got a display, so I know which. I can at any moment I can make sure that all the cameras are working. That's right, Hat Machine. You guys might notice that I tape over all of my logos. And if I haven't taped over one, it's because I forgot, because I did not realize that I'd started doing the camera at an angle where you guys could see the monitor. And so I taped over it. But that is intentional. And I just noticed another logo. You might ask, why do you do that, kid? Why do you tape over all your logos? You'll notice on the keyboard, well, actually you can't see, you probably can't see from that angle, but the keyboard is taped over. And my reasoning is that personally, I find it really distracting to see logos on stage when someone's performing. I think it's sort of tacky looking. And obviously everybody does it. I've seen everyone does it, but personally I find it tacky. I think it distracts. I don't want people thinking about gear while they're listening to me play. If people, I'm fine people asking me about gear in between the songs, but I guess it's part of my philosophy that music does not depend on gear. If you have passion, if you care about what you do, if you have something to say, it doesn't matter what you're using. You'll find a way to say it. So that's why I tape over the logos. But I don't mind answering questions when people ask. That's totally fine with that. It's just when I'm playing, I don't like logos on screen. Greeley asks, there is no way for your for OBS to be synced with Twitch, if I'm understanding your question. Because of stream delay. It takes time for the signal to go from, in my case, right, to go from my computer to Twitch's servers and then back to your Twitch screen. So they will never be in sync. They'll always be somewhere between 10 and 30 or 40 seconds delay. It's a real bummer, because that's why when you guys are on chat, you type a question in chat. I see it instantly if I'm looking, and I answer your question, but you don't hear me answer your question for another 20 or 30 seconds. So by the time I answer it, you might have forgotten what the question was. Anyway, but a lot of people have asked me to put together a gear list, and I will at some point, because I don't mean to be difficult about gear stuffs. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to be difficult, but you can sort of see why maybe the gear list hasn't been my first priority. But I will do it. It is on the list, and I'm slowly getting to that part of the list. Okay, let's start bringing in some requests. I've been talking a lot. Let's see. But I apologize for my hat machine for my for bothering your OCD, but in a way, you can look at it as another kind of OCD, right? My OCD is I need to tape over all my labels. So hopefully that will make it less annoying when you know it's intentional. Okay, let's carry on. Let's see. I just noticed I'm using my last key request for this song. So I have no key requests left. Everything else I think I'm doing okay on, barely. We're going to use up most our fills on this song. We're doing good. We have 2 songs worth of sounds, I think. But again, if you haven't made a request yet, make a request because there's a good chance you'll get in. Okay, let's see what you guys gave me. We have Key of B from Ariana Esquire, 77 beats a minute from Mana Plate, drum loops from Jumbo and Best Mommy, a full set of drum fills. And we will look at these sounds and drum kits in just a moment. Hey, Dorf. Okay, let's see. Load up my sounds. There we go. Okay, we should have the East Bay kit from Tiny Tina's Revenge. I guess I'm in a talkative mood. I'm gonna say something else. So any of you guys who listen with headphones, notice what happens with this. You notice how the drums are in different parts of your ear. So it's one of the funny things about sound mixing is that nowadays most of the music we listen to is stereo, right? There's a right side and a left side, and when someone mixes a record, they'll often position sounds in such a way that it might be similar to what you'd see on stage. Where maybe the guitar is slightly this side, the keyboard's slightly this side, the singer's right in the middle, the backup singers are over here a little bit. But the way they mix drums, they mix it so that it's as if the drums are spread out across the entire stage, right? Where the low tom is way over there and the snare is way over here. It's just total departure from reality is the way drums are usually mixed nowadays. I mean, I think it's cool. It's pretty cool sometimes when you hear a drum fill move across your head, but it is not reality of what it's like when you see a show. I mean, I guess if it's a big enough show and they're mixing in stereo, you might, but. But if you're listening to acoustic drums, no, it does not. You don't hear it go like this. Okay, I'm talking too much. We got our East Bay kit. Let's initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills, generate our drum loops. Let's look at these loops. We got a loop from Jumbo. 420 Jumbo. Silence where the numbers are. Let's check it out raw from the generator. So the interesting thing is the way our brains work is we hear that, and the first hit we hear, we interpret as beat 1. But it's not, in fact, in this loop. The first thing is what's the 4th 16th note of beat 1. So I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do? This music. I'm going to play this loop, and I'm going to add notes to it as it's going, just so you guys hear how the time starts to change. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to adjust the beat live and feel how you start feeling it in a different place. And there it is. Did you guys notice that? We were feeling the beat starting in one place, which was not where it was actually in the music, right? And so once I moved the kick, I added the kick drums, it put us in the right place where we needed to be. But that original part from Jumbo is still contained in there, but we now feel it in a different way. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys. Joe says, I'm feeling it in a different place. Well, I'm digging that. I added a few more notes than I normally do, I think just to really highlight how it works. Because I think you need the extra notes to really make the mental switch in your brain. If I just stopped it and then made the changes, I wouldn't have had to do as much. Okay, let's check out Best Mommy's beat. Okay, it's Raw from the Generator. Okay, nice. So that one starts with a snare drum. And so right off the bat, we feel where beat 1 is. But there's some sweet music out there. I'm trying to think of where they sort of trick you into thinking the beat is one place, and then you realize that it's actually another place. And they haven't done anything. The beat has never changed. It's just our perception of it has changed. Cool stuff. Okay, let's see. I'm adding a kick there. Let's add a snare. Let's drop that snare. Let's have a snare on the and of 4. And I think that looks... I'm just going to have a hat there. No, I don't want that hat. That's there. Okay, it's Best Mommy's beat. Yeah, nice. Two sweet beats. Hey, John creates. If you want to make a venue suggestion, you just type venue and then you type your suggestion. Yeah, you probably maybe meant today. That explains where we are. Yes, we are live under the bridge on request from Kysiltan. Okay, we got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. We got the Liverpool bass from Ship Snacks. Aggressive fretless from Giraffe Quest. Violins pizzicato from Brucos. Dobro chords from Dom Dude. always got to remind myself where it switches from major to minor on this sound. Okay. Bass sound was peaking. Which one? Oh, yeah. You're right. That's weird. Is it actually... Let me check why that's doing that. Doesn't make sense. It'd be peaking. Huh. Well, we'll drop that a bit, but it's not peaking there. It's peaking somewhere else in the signal chain. Okay. Bluegrass banjo of Kid Charlemagne. Lastly, Peruvian panpipes from Nifty Guy. Okay, those are your options. So let us do our poll. So we can start with one of the drum loops. Or with the Liverpool bass. Let's see if it's... It should not be crackling like that. I don't know. Aggressive fretless, violins pizzicato, dobro chords, and bluegrass banjo. Peruvian panpipes. Okay. Giraffe Quest says, this is going to be a weird song. Jumbo, Under the Bridge is a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Fortunately, I researched a while back, you cannot copyright titles. They are too short, the courts decided. You can, however, have words or phrases that are trademarked, but it is difficult to defend that in court unless it can be argued that it is sort of inseparable to your brand, and it would be difficult for the Chili Peppers to argue that. Now, if I would not name a song the Red Hot Chili Peppers, though, or name a venue that would be risky. Okay, waiting a moment more. Oh, I think voting's ended. Let's see who you guys chose. The Jumbo Drum Loop. We're going to start with Jumbo's Drum Loop. Let's see. What are we in? Key of B? Ariona Esquire requested B. 77 beats a minute. Huh. This will be interesting. So as always, be thinking about titles for this song as I improvise it. Be thinking about venues, tour names. You can do venues and tour names at any time during the show. Okay, let's do this. Time to do some etceterating. that sort of came together. I was having a lot of fun with the interplay between the banjo, the pizzicato, and that aggressive fretless sound that Giraffe Quest requested. Instead of playing it low, I was playing it high, and so that was part of those three sounds are sort of like just, you know, popping all over the place around each other. It was nice drum loops. Definitely, I feel like that was a different sounding one than normal. It's pretty different. I like that. Let's name it. Do we have more time? Oh, you guys did much better on titles this time. You gave 16, it looks like. Last time, only got 6. Giraffe Quest says, wasn't nearly as weird as I expected. Okay, as always, wait to vote until ToBeOrNotToBot tells you it is the time, or your vote will not count. We have, let's see. Moonshine Paradise, Mariona Squire. A Day at the Farm from Giraffe Quest. Moon Hooch from Ship Snacks. We have Porch Kid from Dom Dude, and one more. The leader of the band, Joe, from Kid Charlemagne. Those are your options. Moonshine Paradise, A Day at the Farm, Moon Hooch, Porch Kid, and leader of the band, Joe. Yeah, Arion is back with all the ideas. How'd the painting go? Yes, that is correct. We are Moon Hooch is a band. That is right. I forgot about that. I've actually seen them. Well, so that's a risky vote. Slightly risky, but yeah. If I'm remembering, Moon Hooch the band with the double saxophone action, drums, and okay, waiting for votes. Okay, I'm ending voting. What you guys chose? Moonshine Paradise. That song will be forever remembered as Moonshine Paradise. Thank you, Ariona Squire. Thank you, everyone, for your suggestions. Did I remember to do my notes? What did I do on this? I did a little flute. I think that was it, right? Yeah, that was it. So I've got a new follow from LaRue Zero. So let me get back to this screen. Let me just check something quick. Just checking something quick. Okay. Okay, opening. Well, that doesn't mean anything. I was about to say something on my checklist, which doesn't mean anything to you guys, but is very important for me. So if you've not made any requests yet this show, there's a good chance you'll get in on this next song. Okay, here we go. Create a new empty track for us to fill. So I made an effort to not wear the hoodie because you guys have been seeing way too much of that hoodie. I have limited long sleeve, warmer clothing. Don't have a lot of options. But it's just too cold for t-shirts right now in the studio. Okay, let's start bringing in these requests. Let's see. Okay, we have key of D minor from Cool Blue Reason. Hey, Cool Blue Reason. 100 beats a minute from John Creates. Drum loops from Dorf and brunswikstu. That's a tough one to say. Brunswikstu. Brunswikstu. Is that it? Brunswikstu? I'm probably butchering your username. I apologize. You can do the command ! Say my name and help me out with the right way to say it. Okay, we'll look at these sounds in just a moment. I have not even looked at them yet. Let's start loading them into our workstation. Okay, we got the R&B Lo-Fi Kit. Shift Snacks suggests that chat choose the outfits I wear. Oh man, that would be a disaster, I think. For me, you guys would have a great time. I don't know how happy I would be with some of the outfits chat would want me to wear. That is a fun suggestion, though. Maybe we'll have outfits for Jiffy. Maybe we'll do that instead, is dress up Jiffy. Okay, that's our kit from Ken Fusion. Let's initialize, generate our track names, generate our drum fills. Let's generate our drum loops. Oh, okay. Brunswikstu. That makes sense. Brunswikstu. You're not at where are? Well, you don't have to say, but I know of Brunswick, Maine. I played one of the craziest shows of my life in Brunswick, Maine. It's way too long of a story to tell on stream. Maybe we'll do a story hour and I'll tell that story. Yeah, see, chat is proving why it is not a good idea for me to let you guys choose what I wear. That would be a disaster. Okay, we got the Dorf beat. Let's check it out raw from the generator. Okay, let's see. Gonna do some work on this one. Let's see. We're gonna drop these hi-hats a bit. Let's drop this. All these snares we're gonna bring way back. Way back. Except for this one. I like that one right there. Bring that back loud. Drop that one. Drop this slightly less. We're gonna need a double kick there. Let's drop this kick a bit. And let's put a hat there, a hat there, and one more kick. Okay, this is Dorf's beat. Let's check it out. Nice. That is Dorf's beat. I'm digging that. Thank you, Dorf. I forgot to put up that screen. Sorry about that. Let's check out brunswikstu's beat. brunswikstu. This is raw from the generator. Oh, Brunswick is in Georgia. The brunswikstu is in Georgia, or is there a Brunswick, Georgia, in which brunswikstu lives? Okay, let's see. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'm going to drop this snare a bunch. Add a kick there. This snare, we'll keep it right there. Drop that volume a bit. Drop this one a lot. And drop that snare a bit. And want a hat there. Drop those a bit. And that looks good. That is it. Brunswikstu's beat. Here it is. Nice. That's feeling good. Thank you, brunswikstu. Let's see. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. We have Din. I don't know if it's Din or Dine. Din DX bass from Best Mommy. Dark bass drive from Elite 6. London bass from Ariona Esquire. Micro tune from Hat Machine. Flutes and Fifth from Nifty Guy. And lastly, not sure yet if it's going to be used, Cloud Sweep from Modric. Okay, those are our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the track. We can start with one of the drum loops or Din DX bass, dark bass drive, micro tune, flutes in 5th, cloud sweep. Those are your options. I'll wait a moment for the votes come in. Okay, wait a moment more. Oh yes, I can do a few things here while I'm waiting. Okay, you guys have had enough time. Gonna end vote. Let's see. Let's see what it is. Ooh, it's a tie between Dark Base Drive and Cloud Sweep. Let's do a tiebreaker. Let's see what the Greeks decide. Cloud Sweep decided by Dion. Dion votes for Cloud Sweep, taking it to the top of the chart. So we're going to start this track with Cloud Sweep. So as always, as I'm playing the track, be thinking about titles, be thinking about venues for tomorrow, be thinking about tours. I don't think I've gotten any tour suggestions yet today, or if I have, my little counter is not working. And if you've not made any requests yet, make requests for the next show. Next song. Okay, let's do it. Time to etceterate. That was a nice one. Just thought of a note to myself. That would be annoying. That would be annoying if I've been screwing that up. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay. Great loops from Dorf and brunswikstu. There, I got it. Brunswikstu. A lot of sweet sounds in there. That was a nice one. Let's name it. Did you guys come up with titles? Let's see. We have, let's see. A bunch of good ones here. It's hard to choose. Remember the Astronauts from Giraffe Quest. Whale of the Ancient Mariner from Mana Plate. Let's see. In Between Near and Far from John Creates. I'm not going to be able to use everybody's. There's so many good ones. Doorway to a Different Dimension. One more. Let's see. Finding the Outer Limit from Ariona Squire. Those are your options. We have Remember the Astronauts, Whale of the Ancient Mariner, In Between Near and Far, Doorway to a Different Dimension, Finding the Outer Limit. There were a lot of good ones. I can only bring in 5 each time. But thank you for those suggestions. Brunswikstu says, where do all these songs go, or are they downloadable? Currently, they're getting recorded. And as of now, the only place to hear or see me is on Twitch. At some point, eventually, I'll have all this stuff up on a website, I hope to, because it is getting recorded. But right now, my sole focus is trying to make the show itself as good as I can make it. But yes, eventually hope to have it up. Did I do anything on this? Oh, I did a little voice. Let's see. Okay, voting is coming in. Coffee Traveler says, will I be able to listen to songs your site autobiographically? I'm not sure quite what you mean by that, but maybe this is what you mean. I want to have a search function so that it's easy to create a playlist that just is songs, say, that you, Coffee Traveler, have a request on. Because all of that data, I already have all the data. So I just have to build a a player and integrate my system with the web. This is going to take a while. Oh, I see from the beginning. Yeah, you'll be able to do very, like right now in my own system, I could theoretically, I mean, I don't have it connected to the audio, but I could theoretically do a search where, let's say, I could create a playlist of just songs that are 99 beats a minute that feature the melodica that have drum fill requests from Coffee Traveler. So theoretically, we could do something that specific. Now, whether I can implement that in a timely fashion, I'm not sure. But yeah, and sorted by date, sorted by whatever. It would take a long time to listen to them all now. Because I wonder where we're at. I should check after we end this. Okay, I'm ending voting. Ooh, it's a tie between Whale of the Ancient Mariner and Finding the Outer Limit. We're going to break the tie here. EOS decided Finding the Outer Limit. That came from Ariona Esquire. Thank you, Ariona. That track will be forever remembered as Finding the Outer Limit. Okay, let's see how many tracks have we done. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, yes. We have, how many songs have we done on Twitch so far? Ha. So by my records, we have done 493 improvisations on Twitch. 493 and a half, we'll say, since yesterday's first track sort of was two different songs because of the crash. So we are nearing 500 tracks. Tomorrow we'll get tomorrow or the next day we'll get to 500 tracks. That's a song for every 2 followers. That's a lot of music. How many hours would that be? Let's say they're averaging 8 minutes long. 500 times 8 divided by 60. That's over 66 hours of music straight. You would get so sick of me after about, I don't know. See, with the show, we break it up with talking. But if you were listening to me nonstop, I think you might last an hour or two, and then you'd be like, I'm ready for something different. Okay, I'm creating a new empty track for us to fill. Meanwhile, once I get the show sort of where I want it to be, and I'm not worried about the future, I hopefully next year I'll start working on a record. It would not be an Etcetera Kid record. It would be under a different alias. It'd be composed music. But it's about time I did another record. Way past due. But even though it won't be an Etcetera Kid record, I will keep you guys in the loop what happens with it. Acoustic Solutions asking about my history. I try to keep aspects of my life private, so I'm not going to tell you the names of the bands, but suffice to say they are not famous bands. So I was never a member of any famous bands. But with bands, I mostly, With bands, it depended on the band. I was in a band where I played keyboards and the horns. I've been in some bands where I just played horns. I've been bands where I was singing lead vocals. It really depends. But the record I want to do next year will be probably a pretty guitar-heavy record. I know you guys are like, what, guitar? We haven't seen you play guitar. Yeah, I'm not very good at guitar. But it's going to be a guitar-heavy record, and I'll be playing guitar on it, I think. Unless I change my mind and decide to do something else. But and Dom suggested a 24/7 stream. Oh, you mean yeah, we've talked about that. I think that I want to do eventually is if I can get another computer, have a channel that's just nonstop music, and I'd make it VOD friendly, so people who are doing streaming on Twitch could play my stuff in the background of their stream, and they wouldn't have to worry about Twitch muting it. Although that reminds me, something hilarious happened. A couple shows back, one of my VODs got muted, a little portion of it. And let me tell you, I appealed that, baby. I appealed that. I have not heard back yet from Twitch. And when you get muted, Twitch tells you the song you supposedly ripped off. It doesn't sound. I don't even know how their algorithm works, but yeah, I appealed it. Acoustic Solution says guitar heavy or heavy guitar. The answer to your question, Acoustic Solution, is both. Well, more I'd say more punk overdrive than metal distortion, if you know what I mean. I like crunchy guitars. You guys like crunchy guitars? I feel like it's about time for me to make a crunchy guitar record. Okay, let's start bringing in these requests. Coolable Reason says there's no shame in being in the rubber band. You know who I would have had a lot of fun playing with is Bootsy Collins and his rubber band. That would have been a sweet band to be a member of. Pretty much any of the bands under the Parliament Funkadelic umbrella would have been fun. Okay, let's see, where are we at? Been talking a lot. Let's see. Okay, bringing in the requests. We have key of A sharp from Cool Blue Reason, 75 beats a minute from Music Chick, drum loops from Fractured Encoding and Coffee Traveler, and we have, let's see, and I haven't said hi to all of you, have I? Music Chick and Fractured Encoding, how you doing? Thanks for those requests. Wait, what? Acoustic Solution? Twitch changed their terms of service? Are you serious? How have they dealt with the legal issues? When did this happen? When did this happen? Because that would be huge news. That would be, even though it won't really change what I'm doing personally very much, that would be an awesome thing if somehow Twitch has come up with a legal agreement with the publishing companies. Is there... Does anyone know legally what's happened? Because it's not like it's suddenly legal to play covers. Even if Twitch doesn't mind, there's the legal issue. That was the thorny problem, is that the publishing companies own the rights to cover songs. It's not the record labels that are the issue unless you're playing a recording. But if you're just sitting here with a guitar and you're playing someone else's music, the publishing company owns the rights to that. And there was no legal way that was practical. If that's the case, that is huge. We were going to see the music channel blow up, because I can tell you there are a lot of folks who have probably waited to do this because of the legal problems. And big names who literally could not play their own music on Twitch for legal reasons. Isn't that crazy? So I hope that's the case. Artistic representations, that might please Twitch. That's not going to please a lawyer, though. Well, I'm interested to research this. I hope that if Twitch has not made an agreement with the publishing companies, then it really doesn't mean anything, because the publishing companies are eventually going to sue. It's only a matter of time. But I hope that that's the case. My bet is that Twitch has decided they're going to put the whole burden on streamers themselves, and they're going to say, we don't mind if you do it, but we assume that you've gotten permission. Now, if that's the case, then that's not a good outcome, because we're still where we always were. I've never been worried about Twitch. I've been worried about the publishing companies. Okay, I can't talk about copyright too much. But that would be sweet if it was figured out. Because I have a whole bunch of musician friends that I would love to sort of shepherd them onto Twitch. And I really think that for most people, even if you have original music, it's going to be a lot easier to make a name for yourself on Twitch if you're doing covers. And even big names, like if you've only done 1 or 2 records, that's not enough. People are going to get sick of the same songs 5 days a week. You got to have to mix it up with other people's music. Hey, Rave Wolf. I think you're saying, do you want me to play the melodica? I might. I don't really do the instruments on request usually. It's because it's written. But I haven't. Have I played it yet? I played it once, and I might play it again. We'll see. Okay, let's load up our sounds before I get off track. Yeah, but I feel like they're sort of mid-range artists that basically can pay, that are nationally known, but play venues that are generally only a couple hundred people. They're the folks that really struggle to make a living, and that they could just clean up on Twitch, doing a mix of their original music that people know and covers. It would, I just would be so awesome. There's so many artists that I think would be just amazing. Like most jazz artists, like going to play covers. Everyone. So hopefully it is figured out. I will be so excited. We've got our lawyer in chat giving us a little guidance. Yeah, that's why I'm suspicious, Ariana. Exactly. I just have a hard time. I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that Twitch was able to come to an agreement with publishing companies, because there's so many different companies. Maybe Twitch has made an agreement with Harry Fox or something, And Harry Fox represents most publishing companies, but not all of them, I don't think. I don't know. It's a trick. It's a real trick. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe Twitch is just living dangerously. But it just seems unlikely that they would. But we'll see. Okay. Nouveau Disco Kit from Nifty Guy. Oh, you never got to hear the melodica? It's pretty cool. And whenever we talk about copyright, I like to do my little disclaimer that it is not that I'm against copyright. It's not that I think that songwriters and people should not be compensated for their work. I think they should be, but I think there are ways to have copyright protection that works for everybody. That works for smaller artists, that allows people to continue to innovate, that acknowledges the fact that nothing that is created in our world is created in a void. I don't care how famous, how supposedly revolutionary an artist or a musician or a designer might be. If they are honest with you, they will tell you that they had their own influences. They grew up in this world. They heard things, and they combined it into something that feels new and is new, but still is made up of recognizable parts that already existed before they were here. And so while it is worth giving some ownership for some period of time to a creator, there needs to be a way to acknowledge that fact that any creation is always a collaboration with the past and the present. It is not, there's no such thing as truly solo work. It does not exist. Nothing is solely created by one person. Because that one person grew up surrounded by other people. Okay, let's check out these sounds. Let's check out these loops, I mean. There we go. Fractured encoding. Let's see. Yeah, I think Twitch is in. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't get into legal stuff. Okay. Let's check out Fractured Encoding's beat, raw from the generator. Nice. Okay, let's do a few quick changes to this. We're going to drop these hats a bit in volume. Add a kick. Add one snare there, and these kicks snares we're going to drop in volume. That should be good. Yeah, this is Fractured's beat. Nice. That'll work. That's a grooving beat. We got Coffee Traveler's beat. Let's check it out raw from the generator. I love all those snares. Okay, dropping those. These snares, we're going to do sort of a decrescendo and then a crescendo. into beat 4. And do I want any extra hats? I don't think I need any hats with those snares going. Okay, let's check this out. Coffee Traveler's beat. That's working. Nice. We got our beats. Now, let's see. Whoops. I didn't get those imported correctly. There they go. Let's check out our sounds. We got acid etched bass from Kysiltan. That's funny. FM punch bass from Ken Fusion. Orbit moods from Ship Snacks. String dual from Dorf. Tubular bells from Cool Blue Reason. Old Space Piano from Hat Machine. That's a fun one. Okay, you guys choose which sound starts the track. We can start with one of the drum loops or with acid etched bass. FM punch bass. Orbit moods. String dual from Dorf. Tubular bells from Cool Blue Reason. Lastly, we've got Old Space Piano. Those are your options. Are the votes coming in yet? I don't see many votes. Oh yeah, there's some votes. Okay. Ending voting. You guys had enough time. Acid etched bass. I think maybe did Foxtail, did you hack my system? You predicted correctly, starting with acid etched bass. Kysiltan requested that, right? And isn't it thanks to Kysiltan we are today alive under the bridge? Okay. Oh, you guys are ahead of me. Time to etceterate. I better hurry. I wasn't quite ready. Acid edge bass. Let's do it. That was a quirky one. That was wacky. I was digging those loops. Those are fun to play over. How about the old space piano from Hat Machine? That was a wacky sound. And all our basses. Nice. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's see. Did you guys come with titles? Yeah, there's some titles. Oh, good. And it looks like there's some venues, too. Okay, as always, wait to choose to vote until ToBeOrNotToBot tells you voting is open. Conundrum of the clashing seconds from Musichick. Metallic gumdrops from Mana Plate. The March of the Mechanical Penguins from Gruey 99. Let's see. Blues Tubes from Dom Dude. And please hold for further instructions from Cool Blue Reason. Those are your options. Conundrum of the Clashing Seconds, Metallic Gumdrops, The March of the Mechanical Penguins, Blues Tubes, and please hold for further instructions. Hey, George Takai. You know, people have been telling me I need to get an ocarina. But maybe I don't need one. I could just do the melodica. Let's see, what did I do on that? Just some melodica. Is that right? Yeah. Looks like I've got a new follow from either B flat M, B flat minor 14 or BBM 14. But however it's supposed to be said, thank you for the follow. Okay, you guys had enough time to vote. Let's see what you chose. Have you guys? I should double check. Yeah. Ending voting. Please hold for further instructions. From Cool Blue Reason, that song would be forever remembered as Please Hold for Further Instructions. Okay, great. A new empty track for us to fill. That reminds me. I'm just going to skedaddle over here for just a moment. And I'm back. Just as my computer is finishing up its job. Now we can start bringing in our requests. Music Chick says, did you forget the oven again? I know. My memory. Okay, let's see. How many have we done so far? 4. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. We have the key of B sharp minor from Dom Dude. 88 beats a minute from Mana Plate. Loops from John Creates and Elite. Full set of drum fills. We'll look at these sounds in just a moment. Okay, let's load up these sounds. Rave Wolf asks if I play the sax. Yes, I do, but I'm not playing it on stream yet because I just have not had the time to get my chops back, and it's not one of the instruments I was better at anyway. So it's going to take a longer, hopefully sometime next year. But what I play is the soprano saxophone. It's my favorite of the saxes. And I'm going to show it on screen for a second. So this is a soprano saxophone. And this is my favorite of all my instruments. And the reason it's my favorite is it's the oldest instrument I have. I think it was made in the early 1920s, I think. And what's fun about owning an instrument that's old is I got this at a used shop. Is you don't know how many musicians have used this over the years, you know? Maybe it was one, maybe it was the original guy had it and then he sold it. Maybe it passed, between 50 different musicians, and guys pawned it and then didn't come back, so the pawn store sold it somewhere else. So it's just cool when you have an object like this that has a history that you don't know. It's just like some, who knows what it could be, the story of this saxophone. Okay, enough show and tell. Cavern Kit from Cool Blue Reason. Slammin' Cavern Kit. Soprano saxophones usually are straight like that. Occasionally you'll see ones that are curved, but the vast majority of soprano saxophones are straight. It's only alto, tenor, and bari and bass saxophones that are always curved. But I think a lot of people have this idea of the soprano saxophone because it was, be made fun of because you hear it in smooth jazz, but it has been used in Coltrane played soprano, Wayne Shorter played soprano. Who else do I dig? Dave Weidman. I'm really into a lot of Miles Davis's music from the late 60s and early 70s, and he often had a soprano player. And that music is pretty much the total opposite of smooth jazz. Okay, now that we have our kit, let's initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills. Generate our drum loops. Let's check these out. We got John Creates. How's it going, John Creates? What do you create, John, other than awesome drum loops? I think the reason that I could be wrong, but I think probably the reason that some horns are curved is because the lower a horn is, the longer the tube is going to be, right? And it's not very practical if you're playing an alto to have a horn that's that long, that's really long, or a bari. So it's more practical. And also, more importantly, is by curving the bell, you can point the sound more at the audience. Now, soprano, you can play it like this, pretty high, so the sound is going straight out. But you can imagine if it was a longer horn, it'd also be heavier, it'd be harder to balance it, so you're distributing weight. So I think there's, off the top of my head, those are probably the reasons. There might be some other ones. Okay, did I listen to that yet from the generator? Oh yes, I did. Okay. Well, let's add a kick. These two snares we're going to drop a bit. And let's vary our hi-hats. Do we need another hi-hat? No. That looks good. Let's do a snare of 4. Okay, this is John's beat. Nice. Nice. It's a nice beat John creates. Let's check out Elite's beat. Raw from the generator. Music Chick, you have a piccolo? Wait, Music Chick, I remember you're a flute player? Has anyone played an alto flute? Alto flute is awesome. So what I have is essentially a soprano flute. I guess it'd be called a soprano flute, or it's just an ordinary flute. Alto flute is a bigger flute. It has this awesome, low, rich sound. I borrowed one from one of my teachers briefly, way back. It's so cool. And then you also have bass flutes. I don't have any of those. Okay, let's see. We're going to add a kick here. Let's drop this snare a bit. And we'll drop that snare. These hats we're going to drop just a bit. Let's add one hat there. We're going to keep that big space there. I'm digging that. And yeah, this will be good. This is Elite's beat. That's cool. Yeah, piccolo is very high. I've never played a piccolo. Actually, what key is a piccolo in? Is it in C and is an octave up? What's the transposition from a normal flute? From a concert C flute? I was thinking at some point, in the distant future, if this show is still going, in the distant future, we might do something where chat chooses an instrument for me to learn. Because I always like learning new instruments. And I'll commit to, doing 100 hours or something, practice on it. Just enough so I can, well, some things won't require that much, but certainly to get good at an instrument takes thousands of hours. That I don't have, but I might be able to do 100 hours. Let's see, we've got Bebop Organ from Mana Plate. Namaste from Nifty Guy. Hey, old Dirty Hank. How's it going? George Sakai, I've been thinking about getting a Tomatone. I've looked into that because it's cheap, right? Yeah, I've thought about that. What is this? PPGs from Hat Machine. We got FM Out of Tune from Dom Dude. Uh-oh, what is this? Out of Tune. This sound just messes with me. Why does it have to do that? So it's transposed up a fifth. For some reason, FM Out of Tune is transposed up a fifth. So I'm going to have to remember to play in a... Well, I'll figure it out. Sometimes transposition hurts my head when it's all messed up on here. Why is it transposed up a fifth? It's a cool sound, though. Mysterious Synth Lead from Nifty Guy. And lastly, we got Acid Attack from Foxtail Music. Okay. I'm all ready for FM Out of Tune. I needed to stop talking for a second so my brain could remember how to transpose. So we're in the key of, it was a little tricky too because we're in the key of B sharp minor. So I basically have to play in a F double sharp on FM Out of Tune for it to work. Oh yeah, you guys need to vote. I'm getting all... Let me get up the poll. Okay, there's your options. We can start with one of the drum loops. Or bebop organ. Namaste. PPGs from Hat Machine. FM Out of Tune. Mysterious Synth Lead. I added no delay to that. That is just the delay that comes baked in with the sound. A lot of delay. Acid Attack lastly. Okay. The votes are coming in. Ship Snacks and Dom both played upright. Nice. Did someone else say they played upright? I grew up in a house with an upright bass as well. But it was the one thing I didn't really mess around with. I even had one in my studio because I had a band for a while. It was a rock band, but I had an upright bass player in it, and we just used my family's bass, and my dad's to be specific. So he wouldn't have to lug his bass to the studio every time. Oh, and Ken Fusion plays upright. Slap bass style. Oh, and right, Music Chick. So many. Okay, I'm any voting. It's Bebop Organ. Okay, so this is gonna be my last track of the night. But I hope you guys will stick around till the end because we'll name it. So be thinking of titles. I haven't gotten that many venue suggestions this show, so give me some more venue suggestions. Only a couple tour suggestions. So yeah, stick around. We'll look back at our set, which I guess is less meaningful now that you guys have the set list command. But well, I do my my thank yous to all the requesters, and then we'll do a raid. So stick around. It is time to do some etceteration. Here we go. Bebop organ. B sharp minor. I have to keep reminding myself. It looks like B. I keep thinking B flat minor. No, it's B sharp minor. Here we go. That ended up in a cool place. I love the cavern kit on that. That was sweet. Having fun with Nifty Guy's Mysterious Synth Lead. That was our lead sound through most of it. Yeah, that was good. Nice way to end the show. So let's name it. You know what's good is I just realized that explains it. That's why. I was gonna say we're about out of sounds, but that's because you guys didn't need to make any more requests. Okay, let's name the last one of the night. So as always, wait to vote until ToBeOrNotToBot lets you know. Hey, Carlito. Let's see. Existential Right from Northern Boreal. How's it going, Northern Boreal? Falling Bases from Best Mommy. The Day the Bass Stood Still from Musichick. Last but not least, Dom, I think we're probably about 5 songs away. Yeah, we'll do one more. The Bad Handoff from brunswikstu. Those are your options. Existential Right, Falling Bases, The Day the Bass Stood Still, last but not least. And The Bad Handoff. Yeah, I figured something happened with all the bass titles. That wasn't even all of them. Looks like we got some new follows from, let's see, Northern Boreal, George Takai, X Rickus, and Mr. Genova. Thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for supporting live music on Twitch. Okay, I'll wait a little more time. Yeah, perhaps tomorrow we'll hit our 500 song and hit 1,000 followers. Wait a moment more. Okay, enough time. Let's see what you guys chose. The Bad Handoff. That song we forever remembered as The Bad Handoff. Oh, thanks, Carlito. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let's look back at our show. We did... Uh-oh. Apparently, Kysiltan was the only person who made a request tonight. What happened here? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Apparently, I broke something today. How did I do that? Let's try running this script manually. Let's see if that fixed it. I have a script that compiles. There we go. That looks a little better. Hopefully that is correct and doesn't miss anybody. I need to double check one of these times, but it looks. Anyway, here we go. So, thank you, everyone, for your requests tonight, your title suggestions, your venue suggestion from Kysiltan. Let me give a shout out to everyone who participated. We featured tonight. Get a big breath. Yesterday I did everybody. Let's see if I can do it again today. In one breath. We featured Jumbo, Acoustic Solution, Ariona Esquire, Bertramel, Best Mommy, Brucos, brunswikstu, Coffee Traveler, Cool Reason, Dom, Dorf, Fel Maestro, Foxtail Music, Fractured Encoding, Giraffe Quest, Hat Machine, John Craze, Confusion, Kid Charman, Kysiltan, Mana Plate, Modric, Music Chick, Nifty Guy, Ship Snack, Sour Frog, Tiny Tina Revenge, and Elite. Oh, I needed a breath right at the end. I was close, though. But yes, you guys have been filling up the requests. Every slot, no matter what. Oh, I didn't say our titles, did I? Etceterology, Moonshine Paradise, Finding the Outer Limit, Please Hold for Further Instructions, and the Bad Handoff. That was our show. And let's see. Don't leave yet. We're gonna do a quick raid. Let me start getting ready for that. Let's see. Who can we send some Etcetera love towards? I don't think we've rated this guy yet. And he is playing. So I'm going to paste our raid call into chat, or my bot will in theory. Let's see, did it do it? There it is. Sweet. Good job, ToBeOrNotToBot. So in a moment, I'm going to paste the link to this this music stream we're going to raid. Send them a lot of love. Make sure to click on the link so you go to their page, because I'm going to host them on my page. But if you type in chat, it'll be my chat room, not their chat room. So be sure to click on the link. But let me just say, you guys have been great. Thank you for keeping me company tonight. I'll be back Thursday and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then all next week, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And what is it next? Yeah, next week's going to be New Year, right? And we'll do our tour if I get enough suggestions over the next couple of days. But thank you guys. Hope you are enjoying whatever activity you are doing simultaneously as you are watching this show. I hope it continues into something even cooler and whatever. Just I'm struggling with my ending tonight, aren't I? Anyway, have a good night. I hope to see y'all again soon. Do our raid. I'm out. See you later.